All right. Now we are in a festive period, December, and you know what comes with this festive period? Much enjoyment, fun. Everybody goes to see their family and have fun with them. There are a little bit of gathering around and the rest. But then people at the end of the day, people try to set new goals for the coming year. People try to, set new goals, try to meet up with new targets for the coming year. But then people set these goals and before you know it, they don't try to achieve it. Why is this so? Why do you set goals that you don't at the long run you don't achieve it? Now they have new plans of maybe starting a new business or growing themselves, growing their career or all around. But then when we get to the new year, you see that half of the year people don't come short. They don't even they don't participate or try to develop themselves. Why is this so? Now I am joined in the studio with two wonderful personalities and we're going to be discussing this and I'll be hearing their own point of view. Why people try to set new goals and they don't achieve it. New year, new me. Now I am joined with Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry, sir, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
How
Thanks
are
for
you
having me.
doing?
I'm doing great.
All right. And I am joined again with Mr. Samson. Mr. Samson, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, my people, stay tuned, stay connected as we try to understand this. And then don't go anywhere. All right, my people, welcome back. Now, sir, this question I would love to direct it to you first. When you hear New Year, New Me, what comes to your mind? Is it an inspiration or is it just a scam?
To my own point of view, I'll take it as an inspiration
Okay, okay.
because it inspires you to start up the goal for the year. Yeah, so it's indeed an inspiration.
Okay, how about you, Mr.
Okay. For me, I would say if you're waiting for a new year to start up a goal, that means I should say you're most miserable. I should use that word.
Okay.
That means the reason I say that is because of something. Because for every day you pass through, for every day you encounter, now there must be a state of restitution for your life. Because as you are going through life day by day, because your consciousness needs to come to the fact that for every day you pass through, there must be a change. That means if you are now waiting for a new year, now I can still remember when I was still small, as a teenager, always I'll be writing down my new year this thing. When you reach the ending of the
Yeah.
even the second week of January, I'll discover that even I will not be focused. Now, and I just need to see that, start asking myself. That means if I'm waiting for every year by year, every year by year, every year, I will not actualize what God wants me to do.
Yeah.
That is it. That means destiny is beyond yourself. This thing. Destiny is also helping others. That means when you achieve your purpose, you also push others towards what God wants you to do.
Okay, so
That's it.
now personally, to you feel that it's scam. It's not even it's not a push for you to work harder or something like that.
It just, if I call it scam, I will not call it scam.
Okay.
It depends on people's mindset. If you are waiting for a new year to come before you do your this thing, that means people that need to be uplifted by you, or people that need to get better, or people that need to know what they need to know through you. That means before that year will come, that means hope will be lost.
Okay.
That means people depend on you. That is it.
Okay, you said something concerning when you were younger.
Yes.
You had you set out goals for the new year.
Yes.
You set them out. So what are one of those funniest things that you set out and you not achieved it?
Okay, like one of the goals when I was still growing up, one of the goals I set out was that for every month I will read six books. 6 books. That means one of them, like for every day I'll be reading like 10 chapters of the day.
Wow.
That is it. But the first day I do it, second day I did, third day I did, the fifth day I didn't do.
But don't you think that goal is unrealistic? Like 10 chapters. Yeah, people read that. I'm not gonna doubt that, but is that not so unrealistic for you to set that kind of goal for yourself? Don't you think that you have to weigh your mind and know that this is what you're capable of doing before you set this kind of goals for yourself?
Let me chip in there.
Okay.
The aim of setting any goal is to achieve that goal, to come to a conclusion. So why I use the word achievement or yeah, achievement is just that you have to draft your mindset on what you want to achieve before aspiring for any position or anything entirely. So that is what I go for. That's why I use the word achievement. Because all primary aim of setting a goal is for you to achieve it.
Okay.
So that is why I go with the word achievement.
Okay. Now, why do you think that on a general note now, why do you think people set goals but they find it difficult, they struggle to keep them? What is holding them back?
Looking at it depends on where you're looking at your own perspective or seeing it. So actually, let me use the word as a Nigerian. What you plan or what you have in mindset, it might not be what you get or what you have to achieve based on numerous government policy. Because you might have a great plans up front ahead of time. So trying to achieve it obstacles and different numerous setback from the government. Let me just use the word government policy might draw you back and deprive you from achieving that particular goal. So I think I'll use the word government policy is one of the challenges you encounter when you're trying to achieve a particular goal.
But I don't think that government has a legal way playing in someone's life. This is your personal life, isn't it? So there are things that are holding you back. What do you think?
Okay, I will start with this. There's a statement in the Bible that says the just of the righteous shine brighter and brighter. That means the goal of God for every individual is that at the end of it there is a betterness. That means you understand. That means what God wants or what God entrusts in every one of us is that if your vision is small, I will say this, if your vision is small, is not God. Your vision must be big because God is big. That means what God imputes in every one of us, the vision that God is bigger than our imagination. That means when you like I will use an example this now. Like when we are coming up with this thing, in your imagination, how can you actualize it? It was very big. But that was God thought for you for that moment. Because if you look at if you are looking at Nigeria's state economy, you'll be limited.
So you're thinking that Nigeria makes it harder for the country, makes it harder for people to achieve their goals.
Yes, but I would say don't focus your mind on that Nigeria economy, Nigeria system, because there are many. Because I would love to. I don't know who created this place, but I would say the person was not focusing on the system of the country. Because if your drive is based on the system of the country, you still remain on the ground floor. On the ground
But
floor.
as much as we try to criticize the country and some people speak ill of the country, there are still people who are making waves
You're right,
current in
you're
the
right,
country.
you're right.
You understand? I agree with you on what you say that your mind, your goal has to be greater than what the country is trying to play around. Like for instance, you take a stroll around my vicinity, you can see people erecting buildings almost every day,
Every day.
demolishing the old ones and then trying to build the new ones. Okay, so now moving on, let's talk about discipline and motivation, because all these things are also play a very vital role in the new year new me resolution. We try, you say it's a new year new me, and then like we know now everybody's gonna go to church 31st night. We all are gonna go to church for a crossover, and then pastor will say, "Is your year this one, that one?" But then there are works that one has to put in place for you to actualize this dream, right?
Yes.
Now you set a goal. You set a goal personally. You set a goal for the year. You say this is what I want to achieve, right? Don't you think that discipline and motivation would have played a greater role if it was in you? You would have achieved your dreams, you would have achieved your goals,
Sure. Sure.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to banter a lot with that, but the truth is that I still stick on the word government policy affecting one way or the other. Because when you talk about it, in what comes at first is your financial capability. Before you set any goal, before you achieve any goal, talking about financial capacity, capability, without finance, any goal is void. Let me just use that quote.
Okay.
So as it stands now, talking of, I brought in government policy based on you might have the plan to actualize or acquire a particular project. You understand? Or let me just say, let me use the word New Year revolution. Look at what I want to
Yes,
achieve
yes.
in 2026 of next year. You understand? You have that great plans ahead, great architect. You have it in your mindset. You understand? But one or two ways, based on the way the economy is, you understand, you're having a little setback. So maybe you have the plan to build a three-story building based on cost of materials and negative government policy and one way or the other, maybe regulator from the Traco or OCDE, all
Yeah.
those things. So maybe just assume they have to cut the you have to cut your cost so that you can be able to at least achieve that goal, but not that your aim of okay, fine, I want to build a three decking, then you have to step it down to two decking. You understand? So I think that is where government policy is. But when we have a situation whereby you have a working country where everything moves smoothly, things are going the way you plan it. I think you have to actualize your dream, at least that your plan for that new year. It has to be easy for you to actualize it on time. That is my own view.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about setting goals publicly. You understand? People set goals and they tell people about it. I don't know, but people go around and tell this. Maybe they tell their friend, these are the goals I've set out for the year. And this person helps them out in accountability and the rest of it. You understand? And asking them way step by step. Are you achieving this goal? Are you doing this one? Don't you think that accountability plays a vital role in setting goals for the country? If sorry for yourself, sorry.
Okay, I would say accountability play a major role. Like for me, I'm under a mentorship.
Okay.
I'm under mentorship. That means for like as the year is coming, as the year for me, I don't do my visions or my goals at the beginning of the year. I did at the ending of the year. For me,
Okay.
I do that because at the ending of the year, for like this month now is I'll call it my revival, this restitution. I sit down, I rethink back again. What I've not achieved, what limits me. That means when I do that, I write it down. When I write it down, I send it to my mentor. When I send it to my mentor, I just say, sir, please. Because even as you are accountable to someone, because that person that you are accountable, the person will know some of your weaknesses or what hinder you from not achieving it. That means by placing into that person, the person will say, work on this, work on this, work on this, work on this. Like when I was still growing up, I was having this issue of this woman management. That means whatever I say, that is my body. If I tell you, okay, I need this thing to be done now, I need this, I don't care. But when my mentor started noticing those stuff, he just said, yeah, something you just need to work on your woman management. You don't relate with people, and if you are entering into university now and you are just doing this your strongness when you cannot
Yeah.
favor it, that means he started telling me go and read books. That means he gave me target. That means through that target, I started reading books. I started attending conferences, and I discovered that woman management is needed. That means accountability also help you foster you to achieve your goal very well. I also want to add something. One make you to achieve your goals and your visions is knowledge, because there's something a quote said knowledge is progressive. That means if you have the right knowledge, the right connection to people, association with people. You like just imagine that you met with Pamtech, the owner of Pamtech, and the man is talking to you, he's giving you knowledge. When you leave that place, it will trigger you. Like one of Pamtech's son is in our church in Dominion City, DC Prime. When I was talking, the guy is very young, but when the guy is talking, the way this guy is talking, when I went back and started sitting, I said, Lord, what can I do to become better? That means people knowledge, people speaking to you, people talking to you motivate you to become better, to achieve your goal, what God wants you to do. because the goal of everything is that God did not want you to for you to remain at the grassroots.
Yeah.
That is it. Because when you are climbing up, people are also climbing with you. When you are going down, people that are tied to you are also going down. You see, that is what I would say.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Now moving on. Like you said earlier, people try to, say it's only when the calendar is on the January 1st that they set their goals and the rest of it, right? So does this automatically give them a fresh start? But meanwhile, like you said earlier, when we talked about when at the beginning of the conversation, we said, does New Year, New Me, does it is it a scam, or a time of is it a actually a good thing for people to have a New Year resolution, or is it a scam? And you said it's not a scam,
It's an
but
achievement.
yeah, it's not achievement. Thank you. It's not, but then you have to, re-strategize and the rest of it. So why don't you think that people have to come up in that January 1st before they start setting their goals for the new year?
Let me just use my own point of view. I don't think you have to wait till January 1st before you start planning yourself. Like I use myself as a case study. I'm a businessman. I have a business plan that I go on review.
Okay.
So I document, I review. So I have to draft what I plan to achieve in the space of the year. Or not before that, let me just use a month before the month runs out. Look at what I plan to achieve. And I'll be so bitter if I did not achieve that goal. So let me still make that reference to the ending of the year stroke new year.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So I don't think you have to wait for a new year before getting or planning what you want to get, what you want to achieve, because you have to start looking at it from the onset. Like once you have your plans up front, you say, okay, fine, look at what you want to achieve. Or not before the new year, you should have been thinking about either achieving that plans or that goals, or at least you're at the peak, you understand, to achieve that. So that is my own view. That's my own perspective in that.
All
Thank
right.
you so
All
much.
right. Thank you very much, sir. Let's quickly go on a short break, guys, and we'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. All right, people, welcome back from that very short break. I'm still here in the studio with my guests and Mr. Henry and Mr. Sampson. Now, moving on. Sir, before we went on the break, you said something that you run a business, yeah, and every month you try to check and balance everything, and you set a goal for yourself.
Sure.
And if you're not able to achieve this goal, you don't feel really happy with it.
Exactly.
That means you have to work harder the next month. Now, in your own opinion, do you think that people should always set goals monthly instead of yearly?
Yes, actually, I think it's mandatory,
Okay.
because
Okay.
as someone that wants to achieve any particular goal, you have to have that mindset of having a mini diary that you have to work with, or a calendar. You understand? So because your main aim of setting a goal is for you to actualize that goal. Because any goal that you plan or that you set that is not actualized, I don't see any reasons why you decide to set it up earlier on. So you have to draft up a diary
Yeah.
or a workbook or a calendar, or you can even have a mini calendar that you can be marking on maybe weekly day basics. You understand? Look at what I've actualized or achieved in the space of this week, so that at least after everything, before the end of the year or before the beginning of the next year, you should know that, okay, fine, look at my goal, the goal I've achieved. Look at what I've achieved in the space of so time to so time. That is what a business minded person is supposed to be looking up to. Yes, so
Wonderful.
that is my view.
Okay, now people set numerous goals, right? People set a lot of strategic goals, and both the small ones and the big ones, right?
Yes.
But now, do you think that people should be more focused on the bigger goals than all these minor, smaller ones? Where do you think their focus and their mentality should be on more?
Well, this question is powerful.
That's very tricky, right?
Okay, let me come in there. Let me
Okay,
come
okay.
in there. Actually, I don't think there's a small goal or a big goal.
Hmm.
That's
A
true.
goal is a goal. Your
That's
aim, the aim of all goals is for it to be achieved. You understand? So let me go with your say. The smaller goal, the aim of the smaller goal is to still actualize. Is to still arrive at a particular result, right?
Yes,
So I
yes,
think same goes to the bigger goal.
yes.
So what you just have to be in your mindset, your primary assignment is for you to actualize that goal. Thank you so much.
Okay, for you to just actualize the goal. So there is no
Exactly.
big
There's
goal
no
or
big goal,
any
no
small
small
goal.
goal.
There's no.
Eh?
I want to add to this.
Okay.
There's something that came into my thought now because when you were talking,
Yeah.
because I went back to Genesis. When God created in Genesis, God said, "Let us create man and woman in our image, after our likeness." God didn't state under it that Adam, which is the man, will name the animal, and whatsoever he named the animal, that was in the heart.
Yes.
Now, in that goal which God created Adam, there was still a sub goal under it. That means when Adam became into reality, God breathed into a man, Adam came forth. Now you discover that because of the breath of God upon Adam, Adam started giving names to animals. You see, that means we actualizing a goal, even though, like she said, maybe a big goal, a small goal.
Yes.
Now, the big goal may be something that you are thinking is not possible. It's not possible. You'll be thinking, can I actualize it? Can I make it? Can I do? Why this small goal? You'll be thinking that you can do that. But in the heart of God, God is telling you that this thing, this big goal, you can actualize it. Because number one, because the wisdom of God that God have embedded in every one of us is that we should actualize that goal. That means in pushing further towards, if we are pushing further towards the big goal or the small goal, we should have this understanding that we can still make it for the big one. That means there's no small and there's no big.
Big.
Go
They are
is
equal.
go. One.
They are equal.
Okay. Now, can someone achieve new goals with the same old mindset? Or do you think your mindset should have to change when you're trying to plan a new version of yourself?
Mm,
There are things that people may be getting right currently, but they feel like I'm not getting this thing as if I have a new me or a new personality, it will go far in life. So do you think that they should also have a new vision or a new mindset different from the old one?
actually, my own point of view, goals has to do with your. It has to work with your mindset because the way you think, the way you actualize any dream, how big or small you want it to be, that is how I think it should be accomplished. So your goal should work with your mindset actually. So talking about if you can actualize
With the
a
same old
goal
mindset,
with the same
yes.
old mindset, no, you have to change your mindset because you thinking of a big goal, you're supposed to be having a positive mindset towards actualizing that goal. So you have to change your mindset positively before you can accomplish such a particular huge goal.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's wonderful.
Okay,
Wonderful.
to also add to it, what is in the mindset? I just, because as you're saying, I started thinking, what is in the mindset? If the same mindset, which is consistency, which is discipline, which is diligent, which is focus, that you use to actualize that the same velocity, push it the same way to actualize the next one. But when you discover that the mindset that you use was, you were just, the first day you put, the second day you do, first day you do, the second day you drop, and you know that you want to actualize and now go again, you just need to top up yourself, push yourself to become more better. But if the mindset is just based on maybe the same mindset that you use, and you know that this is the same discipline, the same consistency, the same focus, you can also use it to actualize everything. That is it. Because discipline is not imparted. When people are saying, Lord, impart me with discipline, God cannot impart you with discipline. It's cultivated. That is it.
There is this saying that January is always the longest month in the year. You know, that scene that when January is here, January 1st, second, third, before 30th, before the end of the month actually, for January, you see that people get worn out. Especially people with the festivities that come with the ember months and the rest, they get worn out, they get tired. And then people set goals. They be like, okay, this year I'm gonna eat healthy, I will take care of my health, I will go to the gym. They go as far as possible of buying new gym wears and the rest. But then at the long run, you see that just few days in January or few this thing, they just slack back. So you think motivation also plays a good role in this, or is it that it's lack of self awareness?
In my own point of view, I see January as any other month of the
You
week.
don't want to change for that one.
Yes,
January is just the same.
because actually the way you make your
Your bed.
bed, that's how you lie on it.
Yeah.
And second, again, I don't think you as a businessman should be thinking about closing your business all the because of all the January down to February resume again. That means you're not set to actualize the goal for that year. So to me, I see January as other days of the month of the week.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is my own view.
Now, people setting new goals for the year. Do you think it's the pressure of the social media? Because people come out on the social media and show you their plans for the year. Especially young girls, they come out and show you the kind of things they plan out for the year and the rest. So, do you think people are pressured into setting this new goal when they are actually doing the correct thing? Do you think they are pressured to set this just to please the society and then post it on the social media like, hey, I'm doing something and you are left out behind? So have you ever encountered that kind of a thing?
It's true. I've encountered it, to be sincere. Like for me, I would say I loved saying about me when I was still growing up.
Okay.
When I look at the social media, or when I look at my friends
Yeah.
and see what they're doing, and me, I'm not. You will now look like maybe I'm going back.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. You now
Okay.
look like maybe I'm going back. You see, you now look maybe I'm going back. But as years started going on, I discovered that the process which God wants to use me to achieve what God wants me to is different from them. That means if you are just moved by the social media, by the peer pressure stuff like that to achieve your goals, you just I would say you just hit your head somewhere, because what is motivating you is not yourself. What is motivating you is what other people are doing, and you will not be living other people's dream. And that is because one of the things is that God wants you to fulfill His purpose. God have a particular purpose for every man. That means if you look at the Bible in Habakkuk says something. He says, and Habakkuk stand upon his watch and he hear what God will say to him. That means for everybody there is a word. There is what God gives to everybody. That means you cannot say like Sir is into business because of Sir is into business now. He's now maybe he posts something online and I said, my mind is like, oh yeah, you enter into business and do your own. That means when you do that, you are not walking in line. In a line, in accordance of your purpose or what God wants you to do. That is it.
Okay. Okay. So how about you? Do you have anything
You
to
said
add?
it all now. Based on the what response to what he said, peer pressure comes in because when you're looking at what you're seeing in social media, they say there are so many things behind the scene. So,
They don't show
so
you
there
the
are so
video.
many things behind the scene. An individual cannot review his or her real self in social media. You can only testify when you are close to that person and tell, look at
The
this
battles they are facing.
this person, this
Yeah.
is really who he is
Yeah.
or she is. And so looking at the social media or going with the social media, you might be misled. So I don't think as anyone that is trying to grow or any businessman going through everything that is being stated on social media, you are bringing yourself back because there are so many things behind the scene. Let me just put it like that.
Okay, so this will be our wrap up question, right? Now, looking at the economy of the country, why do people set goals like financial goals that they know that are unachievable, especially in this country? Why do people set up these goals? I'm gonna make let's say 200 million in a year, and then before the year is coming to an end, they can see that they've not even achieved up to a million naira. So why do people set unpredictable and unachievable goals financially for the year?
Actually, let me just put it like this. In this life, Nigeria and quote, just dream big. even if, even if you can't actualize that your dream, just dream big. Dream big. Oh, just assume you have it. So even though you know you're unable, you won't be able to like meet up with that amount, or but just dream big. Have it in mindset that fine, you tried your best.
Yeah.
And let me just
Okay.
put it like that.
Okay.
Dream
So,
big.
so how about you, Mr. Samson?
I'll really go with what he said. Just really dream big. Just really dream big,
Get
because
why?
one day you actualize it. Because if you are now waiting for the economy to favor you, okay, just keep on dreaming big and be trusting on God.
Just be
Even
big.
because it's not much that, because of you say you want to actualize 5 million naira before the ending of the year, that means you actualize it. It's normal,
Yes, yes.
and that does not mean that you are a failure. You see, some people think that because they didn't actualize their goal, that means they're failures. No, that does not mean. There's still years to come for you to do that. There's still more years to come for you to. That means your dream does not die. Your dream does not die. That is what I would say.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for
Welcome.
sharing your own opinion. We really appreciate it too, Mr. Sampson.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for making our viewers out there understand that in as much as it's a new year, new me, that doesn't hold back the fact that you just have to adopt to what you're already doing or get better, and you don't have to wait for the new year to come before you start making these changes. All right, my people, this is Serenity TV, and you all have heard it from our guests. And I hope you put into practice what you've learned so far. Try as much as possible to do so. And then you can watch this full episode on our YouTube channel. You follow us on our platforms, on our social media platforms, on TikTok and on Facebook. Drop your comments there, and we'll get back to you shortly. I am your host, Goodness, and this is Serenity TV. For all of us here in the studio, please do have a lovely day and goodbye.
Bye.